Look, who else was it gonna be? No, seriously, who else besides this, you know, Cipher was it going to be? The frickin' rich guy? I don't think so.
You used the journal to identify a hidden crystal glen, but ran into some hooded figures harvesting materials.
Probably trying to bring back Bill Cipher. Then again, he was one of the best parts of the show. I have some children who need to turn to corpses. It's like one of the only lines I can remember. It's been a while since Gravity Falls came out, okay?
How did you find this place? I thought only the boss knew about these places because of that book they have.
It's pretty weird to see a human Bill Cipher.
It seems that there may be another journal in play somehow. You'd best keep the one that you found.
I'd say about 2 more.
I don't know, but the boss isn't gonna like you being here. All right, Brat. You're about to learn what happens when you mess with the plans of the Cipher Squad.
Let's find out.
Get your butt kicked.
Without much warning, a Pokemon battle begins. They throw out the first Pokemon, and you are immediately hit by
with a new one.
Overwhelming stench.
Oh, great.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm really excited for this one.
Oh,
this is the start of a line based on the oh-so-wonderfully named skunk ape.
Oh, I know this one, yeah.
Southeastern United States,
it's an ape that smells like a skunk.
Of course, it would be from Florida.
Yeah, Florida man.
Another variation.
Never get tired of the Florida man memes. Or headlines, I guess you should say.
But here's the thing about the skunk ape that I'm sure you would never guess. It smells really, really bad.
Shock and awe.
Bad, in fact, that this first stage is quite literally just a little fart. This is a fart monkey. I am not going to pretend there is much
It's
more
just a
going
fart
on
monkey,
here.
that's it. You know,
Monkey.
sometimes the simplicity in things that you enjoy.
Let's go ahead and meet the first Pokemon used by our baddies.
The anime would use this thing to death.
The bad gas Pokemon.
Well, actually, no. Pokemon's made in Japan, not America. What am I saying?
Absolutely reeks.
Stench ability. 10% chance of opponent to flinch when being hit by a damaging move.
Which it flaps its ears to waft at opponents.
Ugh.
Trainers are advised to invest in nose plugs.
Yeah. I imagine that'd be one of the accessories you can buy at the shop.
It's gotta be stench.
Of course.
That means there's a 10% chance to make the opponent flinch when they hit you. The hidden ability is Poison Touch. Again, it's a fart. It makes sense. Now, you know that you need to beat these jerks, but when you manage to knock out Stinkim, you are mainly just relieved that the smell of the monkey farts begins to dissipate. The grunt is pretty
I can breathe
and they
now.
roll their next Pokemon at you.
Oh, they have 2.
Okay, I'm going to be trying something completely
Not
new
Togepi.
with this line. I've
Iblis.
done primal forms before. I mean, the Palean region had a ton of primal forms.
And they were really cool. Not everyone was, you know,
design.
not everyone was perfect, but there's a lot I like.
Toad School. These are Pokemon who
Okay,
riff
I remember the
off
Wiggly.
of
It's not so much Toad School.
evolution by being an unrelated species while still developing a similar body plan.
Okay.
And we're doing that with the Togepi line. This whole line is based off of the volcanic Charufe of Chilean folklore. To start off, we are going to have a literal deviled egg.
Ha!
It is a hard-boiled
Nice.
egg, but one that rolls around.
I think there's also like a Mario
I
villain
know
in
that this
64.
all seems pretty ridiculous, but
Nah, it's Pokemon. It's fun.
I couldn't help but give the shiny some familiar colors. All right, let's go ahead and meet the convergent evolution for Togepi. This is Royligi, the devil
Nice.
egg Pokemon.
I like the
This
shiny
grumpy little
too.
egg loves to roll around in the dirt. The minerals they
Well
collect while
baked.
tumbling
Nice.
about
Immune to
actually
fire type moves
harden
and
their
defensive sharp
shells.
defense.
Royligi
It
often
charms
stay
its defense.
warm between the feet of their evolutions, though sometimes they enjoy being kicked around. Its ability is
Kick me.
well-baked body. I mean,
Kick
it
the
is
baby.
a hard
Do
egg
kick the
after all,
baby.
So it means it is immune to fire type moves, and the defenses will raise sharply if it's hit by one.
Ha!
The hidden ability, again because it's a food type of thing, is Aroma Veil.
Of course.
This little ground type is a bit of a pain, but you manage to knock it out.
Arg! That little punk beat me. Well, don't just stand there. You stop them
I
then.
kind of like the Togepi. I
Fine.
think I might
got
add that
this.
to my party.
The next grunt steps forward and lets out a new Pokemon.
There's
There
even a
are
Cipher
good number
box
of
in the
cryptids
background.
and
With...
myths about like, guardians of the forest.
Yeah,
And that's what this whole line
there
will be
sure
about.
are.
Starting out small, we're going to be pulling in the idea of a Kodama.
I think
These
there's an
are
Aturia
forest
card that looks
spirits
like
that come
this.
From Japanese folklore, and you've probably seen them depicted in the film.
It's like a
Princess
level 1.
Mononoke. To show that our little leafy friend here is more than just a plant, I wanted the eyes to glow in a mystical, magical way that pays homage to a Kodama living inside of a tree.
Nice. I like the
Beyond
seed
that,
with the sapling too. That's a
of
nice
course,
push.
Brought in the
A plus.
Miyazaki expression,
Of course.
which is pretty adorable.
Ooh.
And
Different colored
gives
eyes.
us some
Nice.
really fun negative space within the design. Oh, and I've been focusing on making much more appealing shinies, so you'll have to let me know what you think of this one. All right,
Hey,
let's go ahead
as long as you don't just turn it green, it'll be fine. Ooh,
The new leaf Pokemon.
that's
These
nice.
little
The white
sprouts
on the
are
eye,
said to
the
be
white helps it
guardians
stick
of
out
the
a bit more,
forest.
especially with the
They
eyes.
prefer to stay
It's more
hidden,
accented.
But Sputama eyes glow with a
The
mystic
Sputama,
energy
you'd
that
think it'd be more
often
ghost type,
gives
but maybe
away
it
their
becomes
location.
ghost type when it
A
evolves.
trainer caring for
Maybe that's a
nature is
hint.
often enough for a
The name like
Sputama to go
Sputana,
out of its
or
way to be caught by
Sprutama.
them. Its ability is
Never mind,
Chlorophyll,
I
which
forgot what I was
doubles
gonna
the
say.
Pokemon's speed in sunny weather.
With an R
And I
in there,
like the
ruins what I
idea
was gonna
of
say.
instead, scampering around on their little feet. And the hidden ability is Harvest. It's a pretty adorable
wow.
little leaf, and
Moving
you
the
feel
white
kinda
background makes it
bad
even
about having to
creepier.
beat it up, but after it faints, the last Pokemon that the grunt throws out looks strangely familiar.
Oh?
You really feel like you've seen it before, but how could that be?
You watched Pokemon
Dunsparce.
Amber.
Now, Dunsparce
Or
is
not.
already based on a cryptid, the
Really?
Tsuchinoko.
Ah, right, of course.
And as such, I really wanted to bring it back for this region.
Bring it back to its
This
roots.
will be our first region.
But we already have an evolution of Dunsparce. Dunsparce. 10 out of 10.
Okay, so what are we
Now stop
using as
asking.
inspiration here? Well, from Argentinian folklore, we have, and
You went more
apologies
Caterpie with
for
this one.
butchering this pronunciation, the R Agan Akelta'a. Again, sorry for that one.
Better than I
Now,
could do.
It's got some interesting lore about being the king of all snakes, but my favorite thing is that they have these giant spiky scales running down its sides that they use for locomotion. So we essentially got a giant centipede snake.
Pretty much.
But as intimidating as that may be,
On paper.
this still is Dunsparce, so it's just got to be a weird little round boy. Alrighty, let's go ahead and meet its unexpectedly typed new form. This is
Part bug?
Hoaxian Dunsparce.
A fully bug, okay.
The land
I like
snake
its shiny,
Pokemon.
too.
This strange variation of Dunsparce is only found in the Hoenn region.
Okay.
The new scales on its side allow it to quickly pull its round body across the ground in the same manner as an insect.
Interesting.
What
Interesting.
appears to be a head crest is actually
its eyes even open a
Dunsparce's
little bit.
tongue held out in a misguided attempt at intimidation. Its ability is
That was a
speed
head
boost, so
crest.
I guess we will have a really fast Dunsparce. And the hidden ability
Well, it is a pretty fast
Runaway.
boy given the
For
speed
this
stat.
early in
It's
the
at
game,
100.
Dunsparce is actually a pretty formidable challenge.
Really?
And of course, we will have Dunsparce.
Why do you even
evolve,
like that in Gen
but
2?
here's the thing. I really can't decide if it should stay wonderfully derpy like the Dunsparce, or if it should get a cool and intimidating evolution.
Honestly, I could
wanna
go
hear
either way.
What you think we should do down in the comments below. Alrighty.
I still hold that
This
Drampa should have
speedy
been
Dunsparce is
Dunsparce's
quite tough,
evolution.
but you do manage to take it down.
Dang it! How did this
Fire
little
type,
loser
baby.
manage to
You
best
sound like
us?
grass and a bug
Oh,
type with
maybe
someone with
we
a
should
against
use
someone with a
that
fire
MUW.
starter.
That'll definitely put an end to
MUW.
this. Are you sure we should use it here?
It's like a
There's no
WMD,
doubt
weapon of
you'll
mass
obliterate
destruction.
This punk, but what would the boss say?
One of the Cipher Squad grunts pulls out a small circular device.
What?
It looks futuristic
Like a
and
headphone.
not completely dissimilar to the schematics you saw drawn in Professor Pines' research lab.
Oh no.
The Cipher Squad grunt presses a couple buttons on it, and the device begins to power on, humming with intense energy. But luckily, loud
It fails.
voices are heard nearby as your sister and two
Oh,
of her
Mabel
friends arrive
and
at
the crew.
scene. Caught
Punch.
off guard, the Cipher Squad grunt powers down the MUW device and stows it away.
Like how she's keeping
Hey,
her
what's the
Pokeballs
big
in a
idea?
knapsack.
Are you two picking on my twin?
More kids? The boss isn't going to be happy about this.
Nope.
Mabel, do I need to bust some skulls because I am ready to go?
Whoa, what is up with her?
It's an easy
We're
joke.
just-
The female has a more masculine
You
voice,
kids are
but
getting
it's a
off
good one that
lucky,
gets
though.
me.
But don't try messing with the Cipher Squad again, or you'll regret it.
Who were they?
I don't know, but if they were messing with one of the Pines twins, they are no friends of ours. Speaking of which, hey look, I made new friends!
Oh, I'm glad you did. They
Hi,
came in a
I'm
good
Brenda.
time.
I was so ready to put those jerks in a double headlock, but I'm glad you're okay.
And I am Sandy. I also would have caused them immeasurable amounts of pain.
I have no choice but to believe you.
To meet you. Mabel's the coolest, so I guess that means that you are the coolest too?
Yes.
Oh man, I want to be cool.
Oh, Frenda, you already are cool. We all are.
All right, cool kids, cool kids, cool kids.
The crystal
I like
structures are
Frenda.
quite fascinating. How did you find this place?
My nerdy twin here deciphered its location
Hey.
using nerdy brain things. But we should probably get back to our Grunkle Will. He's the Pokemon professor, and tell him about these Cipher Squad goofs picking on us.
Oh, okay. We'll see you two around, and don't worry, we'll keep the location of this place quiet.
Good.
Bye, Mabel! Bye, Mabel's nerdy twin!
I have a name.
Trek back to the Pokemon Research Shack to fill in the professor on the situation, but we'll pick up from there in the next episode. Be sure
A
to
lot of
like,
really cool
comment,
designs in
and
this
subscribe
one.
if you're enjoying the series.
The fart
There is
monkey.
A new puzzle in the Discord server.
The
so
Togepi,
check
of
out
course.
The video description for details
The,
on how to join the journal deciphering
Dispute.
fun. If you
I
haven't
already forgotten the
already.
name. But the Dunsparce as well.
Alright, I'll catch you in the
Swaddle
next
or
one.
something like that.
Later, nerds.
But yeah, the gas monkey with that. Look, it's a fart monkey. I'm gonna get a. I'm a guy. I'm gonna freaking smirk at that. I grew on all the freaking fart jokes in some media, but just like, come on, one is fine. And the Togepi, just I like that. It kind of reminds me again of a Mario Build 64. I think it's like called Bully or something like that. But yeah, I'll always push for that, I imagine. But hey, the double egg Pokemon, I kind of like that. It's simple, but it's good. The Dunsparce going for more of a caterpillar design is also a nice little thing to it. Just like make it a bug type. Dunsparce is probably one that you could probably mix and match with other typings and probably fit in pretty well. Make it a fish. Make it a freaking bird. Why not? It could probably. Its design is vague enough that you could probably fit it into anything, and it would probably fit. And the ghost. I'm sorry. And the grass type is also really cool. I like the different colored eyes, and the shiny really helps accentuate the different colored eyes. Helps it stand out. It just floating there makes it a little creepy. And that's one I would absolutely add to my party. Not just for grass variety, but also just like, okay, you're kind of interesting. I'm going to add you. You know? Sometimes you add them just like you look cool, and sometimes you add for type variety, and sometimes you just add because you add. But yeah, I would like to go for you. And I really want to bring the double egg, but imagine it's going to turn into a fire type at some point. Again, I don't want that crossing type over, but I like how we got like 4 new Pokemon here too. Like, he could have totally just done like 3 and then one we've seen already, which I guess technically Dunsparce is, but it's different enough. They're different enough. It's just, you know, throw them all 4 out in one, make them all super cool and unique. Well, even if they're all based on things that we've already seen in Pokemon, it's still cool. And all of Maple's friend coming to the rescue, just like, oh, we probably would, they were going to use some future science stuff against us. We probably are kind of outmatched for that sort of stuff. They're just going to beat the crap out of us. I mean, let's be honest here, we can still throw hands. This may be the Pokemon world, but fists still exists. I mean, was it in the first Pokemon movie? Wasn't Ash gonna like deck Mewtwo in the schnoz? But then Mewtwo remembered, oh right, psychic powers. Bye. Well, I didn't remember it, but just like one of those where it's like, yeah, you know. There have been people trying to hit Pokemon before the Pokemon series. Maybe not in the games as much, but still. Then again, according to the leaks. Actually, I don't know, I'm not gonna go further than that. Anyway, yeah. Just some really cool designs, and I like the little friend group of Frenda and the nerdy one. Again, it's obviously just Brenda, the other one, but honestly, I remember Brenda more than Frenda, even if it was just because of like the masculine sounding girl. It's a gimmick, but it's one I can remember at least. You see 5,000 nerds anyway, but hey, that's just me. I like Frenda from the get-go, just like a simple, down to earth, you know, yeah. You need one of those members on your team. Just like, look, I don't take nonsense. Like, I'll be your best friend forever. You hurt my friend, you're dead. Always gotta have someone like that in your life. Even if you don't know who it is, it's always important to have those people. But yeah. Good stuff. Glad I checked it out. And all great things to see from Fruity Art, which you should absolutely check out. Link in the description as always. And please give them a look at. So, yeah. Alright, that's all I gotta say. So, thank you again to Fruity Art for the great stuff. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next one. Later.